We love finding lakefront RV spots. In this video, we visit one of the top spots in the South, Joe Wheeler State Park.
Join us for beautiful views, lots of nature, and tons of animals as we tour the campground and check out the hiking. We also had some fantastic food, and we share a little bit more about our new healthy eating habits, which have made a big difference.
We'll also show you the damage that happened to our camper recently, which is unfortunately why we haven't posted in a few weeks. But we're back and so happy to have you along for the adventure.
We just got to Joe Wheeler State Park. This is try number 2 for us.
Oh no.
More on that in a little bit. Really good check-in process. They've got these really large sites. Quick and easy, very friendly folks.
Let's check out our site.
We just pulled up and this is our spot.
Yay.
It's a dreary kind of rainy moment right now, but it's beautiful.
I have one suggestion. Don't go too far.
So there's 3 loops here, A, B, and C. We picked C, but this is our spot right here at C10. And actually like it a lot. We got a lot of space between us and the neighbors. We're really close to the Bathhouse, which is a turn around right there. Now we've got our campsite all set up and we are eating lunch out here. This is one of our favorite camping purchases ever. It's this two-person couch, lets us sit by each other. And this is brand new, we just got this. So we have these chairs that are only like a pound a piece, and this is the equivalent for the table. It weighs like 1.5 pounds maybe.
It's nothing.
Yeah. And so we can put 2 of our chairs plus this all in one backpack, and it doesn't weigh very much at all.
It folds up nice and tiny.
It's kind of a dreary, drizzly day, but it's definitely still beautiful. Great landscape. We know that they have really good bike trails, and so we were going to ride those around, but it's too wet for us to be able to do that. So we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do.
They also have a full golf course here, and again, it's too wet to do that. I enjoy some golf, but we didn't even bring our clubs, so maybe next time.
The view from this side's pretty good. The landscape is too.
Oh, you're so sweet.
You can see the approaching storm kind of. Now that we're at higher elevation, it looks like totally different.
In 2019, this whole area was destroyed by a tornado. This is Campground B and down there is C, and it was completely demolished. They had to bring logging trucks in and take all the trees out. There's an A section up there that was able to open the next year, but this didn't reopen again until almost 2.5 years later. But it's beautiful. Everything's brand new, full hookups on about 110 sites.
Plenty of space, very level. And I guess that's why that area over there is all wooded and everything.
We scoped out spots for next time, B26 and B27.
Yeah, we're kind of up on a hill, so it's got a really beautiful view. I'm sure the view is muted by the fact that we got all these rain clouds and stuff, but it's a great view.
Still beautiful.
Now we're on the A loop, and this looks so different. Like, this is probably what the whole thing looked like before the tornadoes hit. So you can see that, you know, this looks a little bit like a classic campground, the classic paved spots, and they're not nearly as level. I hate that the tornado hit, but it ended up resulting in probably a pretty big improvement. If you're coming here and you're wanting a water spot, you need to really be on one of those other ones, B or C. But if you're gonna, maybe rent a boat, stuff like that, you're still in the area and you can still do all the water fun stuff, but have a nice shaded area on A. Probably can't go wrong with any of them.
If you come in the summer and it's really hot, you might want to be in the trees.
True.
Up here is obviously one of the older bathhouses, and I think there's some pictures of what happened to the other ones before they got renovated. Everybody wants to know how the bathhouse is. 5 stars for this one for sure. Brand new. 4 shower stalls. There's a handicap accessible one with grab bars, and it's a bigger space, and giant bathrooms. Very clean.
We're here fishing, and then there's a beaver or something right there. I don't know if you can see it right there. It's brown. It's like a beavery thing. It's making noises. I've never been so close to one of these guys.
Look, there he is right there. Hi. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, he's turning around. That's amazing.
He's just hanging out, having some supper. Bye, Mr. Beaver. Thanks for hanging out with us while we went fishing. It's fun.
I don't know if you can hear that humming sound, but that is the cicadas. I think we've just gotten used to it, this background noise.
Hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun.
We have a little bit of a beautiful sunset here. We just got done fishing, and then just 2 beekeepers left. You see a straight wire, that's a wire antenna.
Might have played ham radio, and I talked to a guy from Boston, Massachusetts on 5 watts.
Using Morse code with just 5 watts right here from this beautiful location. Talk to Boston, however far.
Pete from Boston.
Yay.
We're right over, that's our camper. Someone just came and put a kayak in, so they're kayaking. So we're gonna try our fishing luck over here. He's hard to see, but there's the beaver right there going for a swim. All right, we caught a fish, I think.
Oh, it's a baby.
It's a baby fish. It's a little brim. All right, we'll get him off and back in the water real quick. This is just another example of why you should just go get out and have fun. This is an hour from our house, and we just took off and said, you know what? It's gonna be a rainy weekend, but who cares? Let's go have some fun. If you're ever questioning, should you get an RV because you don't know where to go, you'll find places even close to home just beautiful like this, and it's worth it. So go for it, right?
Let's go get something to eat.
Let's go
I'm
eat.
hungry. Good morning. Becky didn't want to be on camera because she said she's not awake yet. But we're just sitting here enjoying our coffee, and so we thought we'd bring you along to be able to join us. We've got a beautiful view of the lake right now, and we're just enjoying watching all the animals come out. There's a family of geese, and it looks like the mom and dad are trying to teach the geese how to go underwater. They keep going underwater and then doing it over and over and over as if they're trying to lead by example.
And Posey's enjoying it, aren't you?
She's next to us, laying on a little, almost like a rug that comes with this chair. We're about to make breakfast. For breakfast this morning, we're gonna have avocados, black beans, and egg tacos. A while back, we switched to a new diet, and we kind of developed a taste for every morning having some avocado for some fiber, plus adding black beans every morning, and actually it's really yummy. It's pretty neat getting to cook with the sound of the rain in the background. We watched a documentary about people who live to be 100 or over, and one of the things that across all the different diets is that people that live longer tend to have a lot of beans in their diet. I'm just going to put all this in there.
Yummy.
One of the other changes that we made is we eliminated all the processed foods, which means in general no sugars, no white flour, stuff like that. And we've been making tortillas ourselves with corn masa.
Homemade yumminess.
We make them in batches of 10 or 20 of them, and then we just put them in the fridge, and they last way longer, and they're way better than the store-bought variety.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do a video of how we make those. You just need a tortilla press. That's the biggest deal.
Yeah. I need some more butter.
It always needs more butter.
This is the final result. This is kind of a typical breakfast for us. It's a taco. I read 5 books that all had kind of the same overall story, basically saying the less processed food you eat, the better. In particular, the glucose revolution was a little bit less intense science, but had specific eating recommendations, and one of those is increasing your fiber and eating your salads, your fiber, things like that. For me, it made a big difference. I kind of reversed some numbers from the doctor that were going in the wrong direction, and we didn't do it.
Related around sugar.
If you have blood sugar issues, pre-diabetes, anything like that, you may want to consider it. I didn't do it to lose weight, but that's a good side effect too. Looks like it's gonna get stormy before it gets better.
We decided to drive into Rogersville. There's a lot of cute little shops, it looks like.
We're at least gonna go to the antique place. Let's go.
So far, some really neat little antique places. Not anything we really need, but kind of just fun to shop around.
Now we're thinking we might go eat a lobster roll.
That's what we got special. It's a medium lobster roll with just butter.
Just butter.
Over here they have this guy. I have the feeling that he's not happy to be here. And they have a thing where you can put a pin wherever you're from.
That looks pretty yummy.
I'm just excited about chips and the lobster roll.
Is it buttery?
The lobster was really good. Definitely worth a trip into town if you're in the area to get a lobster roll. And I gave some clam chowder to try. Just driving down the road and saw some deer.
It's nice to meet you. Probably not going to get out, but we thought we'd show y'all. This is the lodge. This is the, I guess, where you go and check in. It looks really nice. And then you can see through there that these spaces to stay are just kind of like right on the water. And I saw a swimming pool down there. All right, now we're across the pond from where we were before, or the lake. Well, that's the phrase, right? Across the pond.
The pond.
There's the swimming area. Anybody who might want to see that.
We got the fishing pole. We're gonna head over here and go fishing.
Oh, there it goes.
I didn't think he would stay there for us to be able to cover him up close.
Definitely turned out to be a nice day. So beautiful out here.
All right, now we're gonna go hiking for a little bit. We've already been hiking by accident. We saw this entrance on our way there, and if you come, you should see this clearly marked when you're driving into near the pavilion. But we parked over there by the pavilion, and then we kind of walked through the disc golf area until we got here. And then we didn't bring our bikes this time because we knew it was gonna rain, and it would probably be too muddy and destroy the trails if there were any. But we'll look up some details and put a summary of the biking and hiking options in the description, especially since she does the descriptions and that's signing her up for work. Compared to almost all the places we've hiked locally, I haven't seen this many different types of trees, types of vines, types of ferns.
It's pretty giant in here.
It is. It feels like we're like in a rainforest. So I think the rest of the Yellow Trail is going to have these stunning views of the water right up to our left. And oh my goodness, the cicadas.
They're so loud. I can't even hear you talking.
That is crazy. Cicadas are taking over. This really loud buzzy noise in every single direction. And it's so loud, it makes you wonder like what this is like normally. Probably can hear the birds and...
I think it's turned into background noise and we almost don't hear it. I mean, you still hear it, but you just kind of tune it out.
Yeah.
But it's loud.
Giant turtles. Tree hugger. Whoa. These are some large trees.
Well, we're almost done. That was fun. If you come, don't miss the cicada rainforest. Probably won't be cicadas when you come, but Yellow Trail, you can go all the way to the loop. Probably like, what, 3 miles total?
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely recommend it.
It's fun. Hey, dude.
What kind of creature are you? Are you a muskrat? So it's beautiful out here. We've been playing radio. We don't post the videos, that stuff, because we don't want to bore you, but we're both amateur radio people, and we've been sitting here. We've got an antenna right here. Using Morse code, we talk to people all over the country, including Costa Rica.
Yeah, that was so neat. Costa Rica was like the very first trip we took together.
Perfect.
Earlier we said that this is our second trip to Joe Wheeler, attempted trip. We had a blowout tire on the way here last time and did some damage. So back in the hospital next week, we'll show you a little more of what happened.
Tire blowout, and you'd think it'd just be a challenge because you have to replace the tire. But when it blew out, the metal inside the tire going 60 miles an hour blew a hole in the wheel well and blew a hole in the camper.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that the wheel well was right here in this camper, but
Yeah. The wheel well is right here. And so that's messed up. And then there's literally a hole we'll show you from the outside.
and that's a hole too. It's just got duct tape on the bottom.
Yep.
All right, let's go outside and show them.
Okay. So one of the morals of the story is check your tires. Just look at what brand they are, make sure they're good tires. This is where the damage was. This whole area was busted out. But then the tire flapped up in here and put a hole in the floor, like a big hole.
And then this is where the damage is on the other side.
Yep.
Right there. That's where you can see.
Yeah, I think that's called Gorilla Tape they used on that side. It obviously held better than our duct tape. But this was really to keep critters out. And we thought if it rained, it would splash up here. But thankfully, the wheel well was intact enough that we didn't get water up in there. But it was safe enough to drive and camp in until everything with the insurance and all that's taken care of. So
Tip number 2.
tip number 2, make sure you have comprehensive insurance on your camper. Until next time, just remember, home is where your honey is.
Yes. Thank you so much for spending time with us. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing so you don't miss some of our future videos. Speaking of which, there are 2 videos on the screen now. Please check them out. I think you'll love them.